Yeah, hi guys. Welcome to another live session. Uh, it's been very rough for me, and that is why I've not had this live session in a while. So what happened was that I mistakenly spilled coffee on my laptop, and so it stopped working. And then I took it to Apple Store for them to repair it, and they were charging me $1,000 plus, which was crazy. So yeah, I had to come back home, put the laptop somewhere, and then get a new one. And so this new one, because it's a new laptop, you have to set up a lot of things. And so that is the reason why this stream has delayed a little bit. And uh, I'm still trying to figure out a few things. So yeah, I mean, if you just joined, let me know where you are watching this from. Tell me the name of your country, and also if you have any question about visa interview, just leave it in the comment section or in the chats. So today, I have uh, I have two students. Actually, there were four students I was going to interview, but then because of the delay, one of them has already gone for the interview, and that one person was interviewed on the channel before. He was interviewed a week ago, but he came back and he wanted another opportunity, which is something I don't do, but I wanted to do it for him, and for some reasons we couldn't do it. So he went and he was approved, and so uh, there were three people who, like, I'm supposed to interview, and I sent them an email yesterday. Only two of them responded. The other person, I think he has not seen, he or she hasn't seen the message yet. So yeah, it is what it is. So we are going to uh, talk to two people, and yeah. Okay, all right. Theophilus, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi, Shai. I'm
Theophilus.
here.
Okay, that's good. So what are you going to study?
I'm going to Anna Maria College to um study for a degree in cybersecurity defense strategy, please.
What is cybersecurity?
Cybersecurity is basically protecting networks from attacks, from cyber attacks, basically.
And why do you want to study cybersecurity?
Um, my main career goal is to work as a cybersecurity analyst at the Ghana Cybersecurity Authority. Growing up, I had a cousin who worked there. So growing up, we used to go visit him, and then me going there from my infancy stage, it got to me like it became part of me, and it has always been something that I've always wanted to do.
Okay. What is the name of the company again?
Ghana Cybersecurity Authority.
Okay. My uh I need to sign into my account to be able to use my pen. So unfortunately I need to take notes today. I mean, it's a whole mess. Uh, um give me a second. Today I need to just write stuff down. Boy. Okay, so what is your current job?
I'm currently a backend developer at Smooth 360.
Market developer.
Backend developer,
Backend, okay. At where?
Smooth 360. Smooth
Okay,
360.
you don't
It
have
is
to mention the name of the company. You can just say ABC or something.
logis- we
Okay.
build tech for logistic company.
Yeah, you can just say ABC company or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know why I asked you, the name of the company. So okay, that's fine. So what do you do?
Currently I'm a business developer at that company.
You, business or back end? Did you say back end developer or
Sorry,
business
backend
developer?
developer. Backend developer. Sorry.
So why are you confused?
Back end developer. Back end.
But you just said business developer. So which
Sorry,
is which?
sorry about that.
Huh.
Backend, backend,
I hope you know what you are doing. um.
backend developer.
So, when did you finish your high school?
I completed high school in 2016.
2016.
Um, after yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
After completing, I had to take 2 years. Okay,
I'm listening.
should I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. So after high school, I had to take 2 years off as around that time my grandma had leukemia, and then me being a fresh graduate, I was basically staying home, so I had to take care of her. And then she passed away in 2019 January. So after 2019, my auntie introduced me to the CEO of Swoop, and then since then I started working as a volunteer. I started working as a basically a study as a I was studying I was studying to become a junior backend developer. So I started working there, and then I got a permanent employment in 2022.
With your high school certificate. Hmm?
I I took a course in ALS, so I had my ALS certificate. That is basically how I got the job. And then it
Okay.
was a startup. It was a startup, so at that time they were just employing people who could actually work, not based on your certificate.
I see. And how did you hear about Anna Maria?
Come again?
How did you hear about Anna Maria College?
Hello? Can you repeat the question again?
How did you hear about Anna Maria
Okay, so
College?
okay. I was actually doing my research. I was doing my research on universities around, basically universities around the Boston area, because my main focus was I wanted to be able to get access to the MIT Lincoln Lab. The MIT Lincoln Lab is a very big cybersecurity lab in Boston, in Massachusetts. So I actually went through the pool of universities around that area. um, I applied to Anna Maria College, along with other universities, along with Trine University and then Salem University. I got admitted into two universities. I got admitted into Trine and then Anna Maria College. Now, Anna Maria College provided me with a huge scholarship. Trine also provided me with a scholarship. But the main reason I chose Anna Maria College was because, aside the fact that I was going to be able to get access to the MIT Lincoln Lab, they also intentionally provide small size classes ranging from 18 to 19, which makes students and then lecturing interpersonal relationship very easy. And me being a student, I wouldn't want any other thing than to be able to speak to my lecturers anytime.
How many schools did you apply to?
Three schools.
Tell me more.
Okay. So I
Like
applied to Trine,
what are the
I
names of the
applied to Anna
schools?
Maria College, and I applied
Yeah, go on.
Trine University College, Trine University, Salem University, and then Anna Maria College. I got admitted into Trine University and then Anna Maria College. They both gave me scholarship. Anna Maria College gave me a $26,000 scholarship. Trine gave me a $9,000 scholarship. And then
All right, what are your plans
Anna
after your
Maria College
studies?
also intentionally.
What are your plans after your
So my
studies?
plan is to return to Ghana. My plan is to return to Ghana and then embark on a 1 year mandatory national service at the Ghana Cybersecurity Authority, where I will be working closely with my cousin, who is a cybersecurity analyst. And then after that, I will assume a role as a cybersecurity analyst there too. And then I also intend to basically develop my own cybersecurity firm in the Ghana cybersecurity space to basically help companies protect companies from cyber attacks and then cyberbullies.
Did you apply to other countries?
No, I applied to only US, United States.
Okay.
The main reason
Um,
I applied to the United States is because, hello?
yeah, go on.
Okay. The main reason I applied to the United States because getting a degree from the United States actually puts me on a on a level above other come on, on a level above other applicants or other or
Are you there?
level other above other other. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I chose Anna Maria College because
So
sorry, I chose the United
do you
States
have any
because
relative in the US?
I currently don't.
Okay. Yeah, so this is what I think about everything so far. I am not too sure about the fact that you completed high school in 2016 and then you have waited until 2016 is eight that is 8 years ago. That was when I came to the US, and since
Yeah,
2016 till now I've already had two master's degrees. I am getting to the end of my PhD program and all of that. So like that is a long time for you to finish high school and just stay at home. Like you said you've been working and you took care of your grandmother and all this. I am not too sure that sounds good enough to me, given the fact that the whole point is because of the fact that you are coming to study a program which is not fully funded. So whoever is going to take care of your deficit should have, I don't know, maybe made you go to school or something in your home country, during that period. Like when your is it your grandmother passed away, you could have started school. This is what I think. But waiting for that long, I don't know. This is, I mean, I know you've been working, but like if you do your diploma, right? Yeah, and then or you do your bachelor's degree and then you work for so many years before you do your master's or whatever, that one is understandable. But I don't know about high school. I feel like high school waiting for this long, I mean, some visa officers may understand and may, you know that especially if you're able to explain other questions, like if you ask other questions, if you're able to explain yourself very well, that can actually help you. But this on its own is not strong enough. But yeah, they can overlook that. Now when I say if you're able to answer the questions well, and this brings me to the first question, the second question I asked you: why do you want to study the program? Why is cyber security? You said your brother works there and you went there, and then I am not too sure that answer is convincing enough, because I don't hear anything about what why you really want to study cybersecurity. Like what is it about cybersecurity that is interesting to you? Like I didn't hear anything about that. Like I want to hear the fact that uh, I want to hear the fact that um cybersecurity, like there is a cybersecurity issue in the country, or maybe you witness something. Like I want something which is strong enough, like something which is a strong motivation for you to study cybersecurity. I didn't get that from your answer. So I don't know if that is strong enough. Like why will you spend 4 years in the US just because you want to study a program, just because your brother is working in that field? Like I am not. It's always about you. What do you want? Why do you want it? You know, and for example, when I ask you what do, you say you work as a back end developer, and even that one, if you're not careful with the way with the way you answer the question, it's automatic denial, because on one hand you cannot say you are a cybersecurity, you cannot say you are a back-end developer, and then when you are asked another question, then you want to say you are a business developer. You have to be very careful, that you have to be consistent. You cannot make things up like that. So you being a back-end developer, I was hoping that you connect your current job experience to cybersecurity, to show that you have a strong motivation to study cybersecurity. That's not what I heard. That's not what I felt from your answer. And in the US, people can do high school, right? They can finish high school and then go straight into the job market. In Ghana, in Nigeria, in Africa, it's different. So, and the visa officers, they try to work with what works in your country. So, you know, yeah, the fact that it works in the US, when they come to your country, they are going to use how things work in your country, and they are aware of, all these things, how, like your culture and how things are done in your country. So they kind of stick to that. Um, you said you chose school. You were interested in schools around the Boston area, like so that you can take advantage of the MIT lab. I don't know. I don't know if that is why the MIT lab. What is it about it? Like I am not sure that is a good enough point. And then you also mentioned scholarship. The fact that Anna Maria gave you more scholarship. No, that you don't choose a school because of scholarship, especially given the fact that you have a huge deficit to take care of. You have $30,000. So $30,000, if you have somebody who can sponsor you with $30,000 every year for 4 years, I mean that's $120,000. Then it means that the person is so rich that you are not even interested in any scholarship. That's why I mentioning scholarship is a bad idea. You cannot mention the scholarship at all. Another thing is you mentioned small class sizes. I don't think that convinces anybody, because in the US the class sizes are very small. Like in general, they are small, like in every school. So it's not really like, I don't know. It's not like a strong point. Now there is, you can give a point which is good enough, and there are points which are strong, and there are points which are weak. These ones, they are weak points, in my opinion. And weak points are not good enough, like especially if other areas are not good. So if other areas are good and then you give a weak point to a particular question, that can save you. But in most cases, no, you have to have a good reason why you want to study the program. What is it about the program? What do they offer? you know I don't know. I'm not too sure like these
Yeah.
answers are strong enough to me. Who is sponsoring your studies? I don't know why I even forgot that. Who is sponsoring your studies?
My auntie.
And tell me more, what does she
My
do?
my auntie. Okay. Okay. So my auntie is a senior human resource manager for Board Quality Control Department. Um, she makes an annual income of around $120,000, and then yeah, which
Well,
makes her.
sponsor your studies in the US. Somebody who is HR personnel, I don't think she makes enough in Ghana. I don't think she makes enough for her to be able to take care of your deficit of 30,000 per year. I don't think that is. I don't think she's a credible sponsor. So that's what I can say about that. Okay. Do you have any question?
Okay. So I've written a couple of points. Is there any help? Is there any help? Can you help me with any of them?
Well,
Maybe after
I
after the call.
I don't know how much I can help. Because first of all, you have to create the right conditions. Creating the right conditions makes it easy for you to be approved.
Okay.
That one, if I coach you, it's easy and all of that. If the conditions are not right, I mean, I can still help you, but I don't know. A lot will depend on how the interview goes and all of that. And yeah. So I mean, I don't know. That's something you have to decide. But the good thing about you is that you have a scholarship which is like 50%, which is always helpful. If you have a scholarship like that, you are more likely to be approved. If you have a scholarship that takes care of 50% of your course of attendance, you're more likely to be approved. But who is sponsoring you? Your auntie. Yeah. The job description, that doesn't work, so that's something that you can work on. And yeah, so this mock session is for me to uh tell you what is right, what is not right, and all of that. If you want more, then you can book a coaching session, then we can take it from there. But yeah, that's what I can tell you. So you have a lot, you have not been in
Okay.
school in a long time, and you have to have strong answers to explain all of that. So yeah. Okay, so I wish you the best. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Do we have uh Ifiolua, right? Ifiolua, are you there?
Yes, I Ifeoluwa. Thank you.
Ifiolua. Did I pronounce it wrongly?
No, no, no.
Okay,
You're
Ifiolua.
correct.
Ifiolua.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So how are you doing?
I'm very well. Hope you're good also.
Yeah, I'm fine. What are you going to study?
Yeah, I'm going to the US for my master's in finance at University of California, Irvine. I have been working for the past 8 years and I have a bachelor's degree in finance. In the past 8 years, I've taken a series of courses and professional courses like CFI FMVA, Treasury certification, and CFA level 1.
Um.
I'm going to the US now because I'm trying to take up the CFO role in my company, which is a role that is currently outsourced. And
Okay.
it's required for me by regulation to have a minimum of a master's degree to be able to take up this role.
So who is sponsoring your studies?
Um, I'll be sponsoring my studies from two sources. I have my deficit is currently about $57,000. I'll be sponsoring myself with about $20,000, which is from my savings. While my uncle, who is the CEO and founder of Edge Plus Investments,
Don't
will be
you don't have to
sponsoring
mention
me
the name
with
of the
about.
company. You can just say ABC company. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when my uncle, who is the CEO and founder of ABC Company, will be sponsoring me the deficit of about $37,000. I'm one of his favorite niece, and my uncle has also sponsored his own children to the UK to study, and they are currently working in their father's company as the HR and the legal personnel for the company. Upon my return to my country, I'll be supporting my uncle also as a consultant for the finance function in his company.
Okay. And why the US?
Yeah, so during my stay, as part of my research, I stumbled upon a LinkedIn profile that was celebrating a graduation from UCI. Unknown to me, the person is actually even a friend of a friend. So I engaged the person, and the person made me realize that he didn't do masters in finance. He did the MBA program at UCI, and I was privy to see that the school was sufficient enough to provide what I need to advance my career. And then while I was at one of my companies that I work with, which is FMDQ, one of the major things I struggled with is a risk methodology called value at risk, right? And I realized that the US, particularly UCI, the founder of the risk methodology, Value at Risk, is a director of finance in the Department of Finance at UCI. So I'm really excited to go to the US to study under this particular man's tutorship and also to be able to diversify my experience when I come back because the CFO role is a very important role and my company is also looking to
How many
expand
schools you
across
apply to?
Africa. I applied to just UCI because from my research and from the engagement I've had with people that have gone to the school fits all the boxes I needed to tick with respect to what I desire to have in my education as I further my education this time.
You have a scholarship of about 50,000, 52,000 actually. How did you get a scholarship?
Yeah, so the admission process was quite rigorous. I had to submit my statement of purpose, had an interview with a panel to discuss about the value I'll be adding to the student committee, as well as talk about the experience I've had so far. And then because of being able to convince the admission committee of the value I'll be bringing to the cohort, especially as an international student, the school was generous enough to give me a scholarship of 50,000. But during my prior visa denial, I had to go back to the school and they extended another 2,500 to be able to support my coming to the school because I am a prominent and a valuable member to the cohort for 2025 for the school.
What has changed since your last interview
So
and
since
since
during
then?
my last interview, I was not eloquent enough to express how I am going back for my master's after 8 years of my undergrad degree, despite having a first class. But now I've been able to internalize the whole process, connect my coming back to my country and like connect my home ties and also be able to explain properly how my funding for my deficit to be covered.
Okay. Do you have any relative in the US?
No, I currently don't have any family member in the US.
Okay. And did you apply to other countries?
No, I didn't apply to other countries because my goal is to network with people from different backgrounds. And this school in particular currently has a student body of over 15 countries. This gives me a broader network for me to help my company expand across Africa when I'm back. Right. So I just focused on this school because the school gives me what I'm trying to tick off in my checklist. And I'm happy to explain more about this if you don't mind.
Okay. All right. I mean, in general, I think your answers are good. They sound good to me actually. I feel like you're able to express yourself very well, which is always helpful. Like, like there is that kind of clarity in what you want to do. So that is helpful. Um, your you say your uncle, right? Your uncle, you said he's a
Yes.
CEO. He's a CEO. That is something that, you know, uh, so the company is it does it have like a website, and on the website?
Yes. I actually forgot to mention that. So, my uncle is the founder and CEO of the ex ABC company. The company does an annual turnover of about 10 billion naira. My uncle's monthly income is about 10 million naira. And my uncle's wife is also a CEO of an event management company. So, as a whole, the company makes about 20 million naira monthly.
Yeah,
So, that makes my
I don't know much about Naira. So I'll just assume that you know
Oh,
what you're
okay.
saying.
Because if I'm thinking if I use dollars, it will be over
That's
exaggerated more because
what
our
I
exchange rate has been
Yeah,
devalued.
I interviewed somebody and he was like, in Nigeria, students like to mention the amount in the local currency, in the Naira, because they think if they mention it in dollars, the visa officer would think the amount is too small and stuff like that. So what he said is that all the Nigerians, that's how they do it. I said, okay, fine. I mean, every country, you just have to know your country and all of that. I always, I don't know. I feel like you're coming to stay in the US if you mention it in dollars. That because yeah. Whatever works for you, that's fine. Um, so can you tell me what the company is about? What do they do?
My uncle's company or where I work.
Yeah, your uncle's company.
Oh, my uncle's company is into four major parts of finance: investment advisory, insurance, and asset management, as well as
So
consulting.
okay, so if your uncle's company is about finance, how are you going to consult for them? Because they are already consulting for other
Yes,
companies.
so
So
my uncle is looking to diversify and own a fintech business that will be a bit of payment and gaming, right? So my uncle needs
so
further
so if your
consultancy,
uncle is
which is why
sponsoring
my
you,
focus.
if your uncle is sponsoring you, then why are you coming to end this degree and go back to your current company, which is not your
Yeah, so
uncle's company?
my my master's is actually focused on fintech, right? And because I already work with my company for some years now, and I have a bond with them because I need to come back to them. They are giving me study leave now to go, and I need to
Okay,
return
I didn't
to
hear
the
the study
company.
leave then. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm, I see. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, on the day, you have a very good chance actually, because you can express yourself very well, and you have a good scholarship, which takes care of, at least 50%. So all of that kind of helps. Um, yeah, just you said the school was generous enough to give you. I don't think they were generous enough. I don't like to use the word generous. Generous is like it's free. It's like they are kind of, you know um how do I even say it? Being generous is like not considering somebody's qualification. Generosity
Oh,
has nothing to
okay.
do with
I get
potential and
more like a
talent and
favor,
qualification.
not
Yeah,
earned.
so the school thought you can contribute, and so
I
that's why they're giving
qualify.
it to
Yeah.
you. Not generous enough. I don't like the word generous. And
Okay.
and then when I asked you, did you apply to other countries,
No, I
you
said
said
no. That
no, and that you want to network and gain experience from other people or something, and that's why you chose.
yes.
But in other countries too,
No, so
you can
I
still get
said
the same.
I said I didn't apply to other countries because following my research, the school in the US, this particular school in US has ticked all my boxes, and they also have a diversified classroom with about 15 countries represented.
Yeah,
right?
the
So I'm able to
diversified
network.
yeah,
Yeah.
in comparison to other countries, I don't see that as a point, as a strong
Oh,
point,
okay.
because every school, if you go to the UK, you are likely going to be in a school where the population is very diverse. So I'm
Okay.
not
So
too
maybe
sure if that's
I
yeah. I
should talk
mean
more about the rigor of the research
yeah,
and as
more
well as a
what
similar climate to Nigeria.
yeah, we choose a school because of the program. We choose a country because of the program. So it's always about the program, not all those other stuff. Just that the program
Oh,
is in a
okay.
particular school and also the program is in a particular country. But always it comes down to the program. What do you want? Why do you want to study that? Why that program? When they are ranking schools in the US, they rank them by programs before they can average everything out and say this school is number one, this school is number two. But it's always about the programs. So I like students focusing more on the program than uh, the school has
Yeah.
a beach
Okay.
and then I don't, or the school has how do you call it, a gym. No, no, all those are external stuff. I want the program. I'm coming because of the program, because of what I'm coming to learn from the program. The skills and how those things are going to help me when I come back to my home country. But I think you have a very, very, very good chance. Like, you have a very good chance. I feel like, yeah, you're more likely to be approved, honestly. So I wish you the
Thank
best.
you.
Do you have any
Yeah, but I
question?
wanted to ask, my new I-20, the school hasn't still given it to me, and my interview is next week.
For
So I'm a
for
bit
for
confused
spring?
that can I?
For spring?
No, my school resumes in September, but my
S-
interview is next week,
So why do you if there's
Monday.
so why do you need a new I-20?
No, because so my scholarship before was just 50,000, but now they gave me 2.5 more when I went back to them
Oh,
following the
hold on, hold
denial.
on. So which means that your scholarship is now 74,000.
No, no, no. My scholarship is now 52,500 from 50,000.
Oh, okay, okay. So just 2,000,
500, yes.
but that's not significant. That's not something to worry
So I
about.
should not bother waiting for the new I-20.
No, I mean 2,000 is not significant. The 50,000 can still, if it comes out, if you want to mention it, fine. But I mean 2,000 is not. I don't like students fixating on small amounts, especially when they don't have a good scholarship. Like, because
Yeah,
you have 50,000 to take care of, more than 50,000 as your deficit. So why will you be thinking about 2,000? Why will you be
too
so happy
high.
about 2,500? Nah, the visa officers can tell that it doesn't. It means you cannot sponsor yourself, right? So
Yeah,
you
okay.
ignore that and then yeah, just focus on. If you get a new I-20 which shows the additional 2,500, fine. But if you don't get it, don't mention a new additional 2,500 that you have received. Nah, I don't see, because
Okay.
$2,500 when you go to
It's
Chicago,
insignificant.
that will not even pay some rent and all of that. So like, it's
Okay.
you don't have to, yeah, worry about that one. Just stick to the. I thought it was 20,000 because that is significant, but 2,000,
No,
it's
no, no,
not.
not 20. I wish
Yeah,
it was 20,000.
yeah, that would have been more helpful. So yeah,
So I
but
can go with this current
yeah,
I-20.
it's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, if the school can
And
send you a new one, fine. If they cannot, stick to this one and focus more on how you can convince the visa officer that your uncle, and this one depends on how you perform on the day. You maintaining eye contact, being able to express it very well. If a follow-up question comes, how many kids does your uncle have and stuff like that. All the how you're able to express yourself well when it comes to these questions will determine whether you are telling the truth about your uncle, and also whether your uncle is capable of sponsoring your studies and all of that. So those are what you should focus on.
okay. So
But I
so
think
do I? Well,
should everything else actually looks good to me. The only thing is just the finance part where you have to just show a little, and I think the story kind of makes sense, and if you're able to express it well, you should be fine. Yeah, go on.
okay. So do I if for example, if they ask me maybe what do I do for my company, right? Do I need to give them numbers? Like my company is XYZ. We currently have this customer size. My work is to manage liquidity and all those other things. And my company's trajectory or plan for growth is that within the next 5 years, we're having a monthly turnover of about maybe 1 billion naira and the rest. Do I need to go that deep? Or I can
Well,
just tell them that I work for this company as a finance/treasury manager, and my role involves three major functions: cash flow management, liquidity, and risk, right? And I'm
So
happy to share more if you want.
yeah, the second one works. The thing about the interview is that it's not one size fits all. Every visa or consular officer is different, right? So some people, they will ask you a question and then they will be typing, and you can continue saying what you want to say. You can stop if you have said everything that you think you should say. You can stop. If you have more that you want to say, which makes sense. It's all about which makes sense, which wouldn't contradict what you've already said. Then you can keep going until they interrupt you. So it's different. So just, if it's your story, just go with it. But yeah, the second one, where you mentioned the title you have in the company and your responsibilities, that is a key point. Then every other thing
Okay.
can come up, can be added to them, if you have the opportunity. So that's what you should think about. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And also, I read some people's what's it called, transcript, and I see that in Nigeria particularly, most of them go to say, "Oh, please give me time to express myself," and the rest. I don't
before
know
they
if
before
it's
they start the
okay.
interview.
Yes.
Well, you know sometimes you can see something, and if you're not careful about it, you might copy wrongly. Like, if you see somebody has written something, the person was marked correctly. If you copy it, if you don't copy it well, you might get it wrong. Now, if I were a visa officer and then you are coming for me to interview you, and then you say it just like you said it, I will even get angry and deny you, because I'm like, are you the one to show me what to, like, how I should interview you, or what I should do, right? So, but then, if let's say you stammer, right, and then you go, and then it's like, and then because you stammer, you can start with that and tell the visa officer that you are somebody who stammers, and so you appreciate the opportunity. Like, it's also how polite you are, so that it wouldn't be like
Okay.
you are trying to tell the visa officer how he or she
Yeah.
should
Well,
do his or her work. So it's about how polite you sound. The way you sounded, I didn't think it was polite enough, right? And so it's about, and also, let's say you've gone for the interview and then you've been denied. So in your case, for instance, right, you went and you were denied, and then there were certain things that you wanted to say but you didn't get opportunity to say, right? When you go
yeah.
again, you can ask the visa officer that, you can tell the visa officer that, uh you know you if he or she can give you a minute to explain something that you didn't get opportunity to explain the first time you were there, or something. That can also work, so that you get opportunity to say those things before the actual interview even begins. And if you ask it politely, they will be kind enough to listen to you before they ask you the questions. And if that is a strong point, that can actually shorten the interview time. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
it's
Yes. Yes.
about how polite you are. But
With the
if
request.
if there is nothing, like, you are not somebody with a medical issue, you are not somebody with a stammering issue, you are not somebody who has been denied before, like, you don't have any point, any reason, like, if, let's say there is something wrong with your I-20, you can say that before the interview. Or there's something wrong with your admission, or there is something wrong with your DX1C form, you made a mistake or something, and then you think it's something worth mentioning to the VO before the interview starts. You can do those things. But just to say they should give you more time, why should they give you more time? They don't even have time. They only have, I don't know, 2 minutes or so to interview you. So you cannot tell them to give you 5 minutes when they want to give you 2 minutes. Does that make sense? So these
Yes, it
things,
does.
there are nuances. It's not like, one size fits all. It doesn't work like that. So you have to. It also depends on who is going to interview. It depends on, when you say good morning, how the person responds. If the person responds good morning, how are you? Then you're like, okay, this person is nice, or is in a good mood. If I'm in a bad mood and you're coming to tell me I should give it time, I'm like, hey, are you are you serious? Like, so yeah, human beings, we are strange, and everybody is nice, everybody is arrogant, everybody is. It all depends on when you meet the person, right? So everybody goes through stuff. So if I'm not in a good mood and then you come and then you are making too many requests, you get me angry, right? So this is everybody is like that. Some will say, oh, I'm not.
Okay.
Everybody is, because we are all human beings. So you have to look at the person. look at the mood and look at everything before you can make certain requests. Okay.
Okay.
So I hope
Thank you
I've
so
answered
much.
your question. Yeah.
Yes,
So
thank you so much.
yeah, all
It
the
was
best to
good
you.
having this session.
Yeah, good to have you.
And I hope I'm
Uh,
able to come back with I was approved.
yeah, I feel like that's what I will hear from you. Honestly, I feel like I will hear that you've been approved honestly. So
Amen.
yeah, I strongly believe you'll be approved. So all right. So
All
I
right.
wish you the best
Thank you
and
so
take care of yourself. All right.
Yeah, thank you also for taking out time to
All
interview us
right.
today,
Yeah,
despite
no
your busy
problem.
schedule and your
Yeah.
laptop issue. Sorry
Yeah.
about that, person.
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
fine. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let
Yeah.
me take a few comments. Let's start with TikTok and let's start with TikTok. Okay. I love Nepal says hello officer. Hi. 555 Ryan. The service fee takes 1 year to expire. Okay. Yeah, so 12 months from the date of payment. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Um Cisse says honestly I appreciate what you're doing. Oh wow, nice. Good to hear that. As human beings, everybody loves to be encouraged. So, comments like that are very encouraging. So that's good. Siri says, I got denied on February 24. Siri, I don't know why you were denied, but you have to look at why you were denied. If it's about funding, try to get funding before you go again. Funding makes a big difference. So if that is the case, just work on that and then, yeah, you go again. Yeah. Then let's see what YouTube has for us. Dennis is watching from Ghana, huh? Accra. That's nice. Josie says Shai Visa approved, but class date has passed. Do I need any late resumption letter or new I-20 to show me to show? So, Josie, in this case, the best answer will only come from the school. So you have to get in touch with the school and then ask them this question: what you need to do. They will tell you if they can give you a late arrival letter for you to come. If not, then they will give you a new I-20 for you to come in spring. You don't have to go for the interview again, I believe. You just have to get a new I-20, which shows that your program started it is spring. Then you can come again, okay? Then you can come, sorry. Banda is watching from Zambia. That's good. Karen, as usual. She says she missed this live session. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I explained at the beginning. My computer was messed up and a whole lot. Karen says I've written to a lot of graduate coordinators and they have responded positively based on funding. My question is this: should I still email them for application waiver and other waivers? So I don't know. Like it's really I prefer students get application waivers through other means such as attending an information session. That is I think that is the best option. Like if you're attending an information session, then they give you a waiver code. But yeah, sometimes it depends on the exchange between you and the professor. How nice the person is and all of that. For me, my thing is that if you really want to come to the US, put aside some amount of money. If it's maybe I don't know, $200, $150, and then look at three schools that you want to apply to based on the requirements and your qualifications and all of that. Focus on those. Don't think about application fee waivers and all free app schools. A lot of people focus on that, and that is not helpful because I would rather take my time, apply to the right school, spend the right amount of money, and save myself from not having enough funding, and then I go for the interview and I'm denied. It's like, but when you think about it very well, you'd have wasted so much money. So I rather like to use my time well, use my resources well. Put aside some money. People are avoiding application fees, which means if you pay an application fee, you might be among the few people from your country, and if your application is strong, then you get a good scholarship to be able to come here. So that's how it is. F1 visa experience says hello from Ghana. I have my interview scheduled for 5 days past my program start date. Should I still attend? Do I still stand a chance of being approved? This thing is really confusing me, and it also depends on the visa officer who will interview you. I cannot give a definite answer that, I mean, I think you still have to go for the interview. Um, it depends on, because some schools actually begin, uh, like we saw with Ifeoluwa, right? Her program starts date is September. So there are some schools like that, which means you can still go and then be approved and all of that. It depends on what is on your I-20. I think that is also another thing. And if you go and then you tell the visa officer that you have a late arrival letter from the school, if you do, that can actually help you regardless of the fact that I-20 is showing something different. Like, if you give that explanation, I think that can help you. But ideally, if you are late like that, you need to come in spring. That's what I would suggest. ET Vibes is watching from Ethiopia. That's nice. Rafi says, can I use my 3-year degree transcript to apply for a master's program? Yes, you can, but it's there will be a lot of competition and all of that, and you would have to evaluate your transcripts. Okay, so yeah, if I were coming to the US uh to do masters using my 3-year degree, like HND and all those stuff, I would rather take the GRE and attach it to the 3-year degree, so that, yeah, that way it can actually show that I'm a good student and all of that. But just evaluation, I am not too sure if that will give you a better chance of of funding. So that's what I would say. Minor says, I got denied on, okay, Minor, the same person from TikTok. I'm planning to apply again for F1. Will I pay again the service fee? No, if you paid your service fee in February 2024, you don't have to pay again until after February. It depends on the date, right? So it's valid for 1 year. So yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much, and I really appreciate your time. And this Saturday we are going to have another live session. So Saturday I am going to talk about, I don't know, about 13 things that every student should know or should do as soon as they arrive in the US. This is based on 8 years living in the US and all of that, and also helping so many students, transition from one country to another. So, like, based on all of this, I'm just going to tell you certain things that you should start doing and you should think about and all of that. So, I hope to see you on Saturday. And also, those who want to be interviewed for free, they can send me their names, and then I'm going to select 2 people that I will interview on Sunday, this coming Sunday. So just 2 people out of I don't know how many. So yeah, so that's this for now, and thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you on Saturday, 6 p.m. Ghana time or 7 p.m. Nigerian time. All right, bye bye.